Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Garnet Rupert suffers 2 minor strokes. Past president of the Jamaica Theological Seminary, the Reverend Dr. Garnet Rupert, suffered 2 minor strokes recently, his family announced Wednesday. In a statement, the family said Rupert fell ill on his way from Zambia to Jamaica. He has had 2 minor strokes, but with good and consistent treatment, the doctors are optimistic that he will have a full recovery. We thank you for your continued prayers, the family said. Rupert, a former chairman of the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, departed Jamaica last year to take a new mission in Zambia. Body of crab vendor found in Little London. The body of a crab vendor was found on Wednesday, June 22nd, along the Masmere Main Road in Little London, Westmoreland, with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. The deceased has been identified as 51-year-old Wayne Grant of Cowders District, Grange Hill in the parish. Reports from the Police Corporate Communications Unit are that Grant left home on Tuesday about 5:30 p.m. with the intention of catching crabs. Residents came upon his lifeless body at about 6:30 a.m. on Wednesday along an embankment and summoned the police. Investigations are ongoing, the police said. Statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force show that up to June 20, Westmoreland recorded 49 murders since the start of the year, when compared to 48 for the corresponding period last year. Man injured in gun attack at Lakova shop. Police are probing a shooting incident which left a man injured in Lakova mid-morning Wednesday. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Dwight Daly told reporters that the man was among a group of people gathered at a shop when a gunman opened fire. A man known to him victim came from the side of the shop, pointed a gun at him, and started firing shots. He was shot in the back, said Daly. He said the police are searching for the shooter. The injured man was taken to hospital, where he has been admitted. Statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force shows that up to June 20, St. Elizabeth recorded 13 shooting incidents since the start of this year, compared to 5 for the corresponding period last year. St. Ann cops probing car thefts. The St. Ann police have launched an investigation after concerns were raised about an upsurge in car thefts in the parish. 2 cars were stolen in the cemetery area in St. Anne's Bay, and a few days later, a woman went to a funeral and her car was torn apart. The kill switch that she put in was damaged because they were trying so hard to get off with the car, Councillor Dallas Dickinson, Jamaica Labour Party St. Anne's Bay Division, told reporters on Tuesday. In Civil Heights, almost every other night a car is stolen, so it seems as if the car stealing ring is really up and about. There is no week that goes by without 1 or 2 cars going missing, added Dickinson. However, as he did when the council first raised the issue during a recent meeting of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation, Senior Superintendent of Police Dwight Powell on Tuesday shield away from categorizing what is happening in the parish as a car stealing ring. During the meeting, he had urged anyone with information on the thefts to speak with the police. He confirmed Tuesday that his team is investigating the issue. According to Councillor Dickinson, he has received numerous complaints from people in his division who have fallen prey to thieves, and the situation have become unbearable. I ask the people secure their vehicle properly, especially at nights, because these activities seem to be more predominant at nights, he stated. These people are really going through it with these criminals because some of them are still paying for the vehicles and the hassle with insurance, and the whole process can become so tiring for them, he stated. Minister McKenzie calls on Jamaicans to appreciate firefighters. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie has made an appeal to Jamaicans to show more appreciation for members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade as they carry out their duties. Speaking during a groundbreaking ceremony last Friday for a new fire station in Ulster Spring, Trelawney, McKenzie sought to impress upon members of the public how their actions can exonerate the challenges firefighters face, especially during times of emergency. We are in the hurricane season. The Jamaica Fire Brigade is a critical player in this. I want to urge you here in Trelawney to listen to the various media warnings. Pay attention to it. Don't force the men and women of the Jamaica Fire Brigade to have to come out to risk their lives to save you because you never hear. They are committed to the job but we as residents must also show our appreciation to them, McKenzie urged. I want to appeal not just to residents of Osier Spring, but to the wider Jamaica, to say to us all that we have a gem in the men and women of the Jamaica Fire Brigade that many of us do not appreciate. I want to urge my fellow Jamaicans to let us remember that their role is critical. The job that they do has danger from the start to the finish, and even after they have completed the operations, the minister added. He cited an incident in Manuel Gully while he was a mayor of Kingston, where despite warnings about the threat of flooding, residents stayed in the area and later had to be rescued by members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. Hours after, when the rain started and the flooding, the truck and the firefighters were almost submerged into the gully. They had to use ropes to lift persons whose ears did have maca in it, the minister lamented. He said the government is committed to providing the resources and more support firefighters need to get the job done. Work is expected to begin on the 5,000 square foot Osier Spring Fire Station later this year, according to McKenzie. It will be the second one in the parish. I am expecting that the latter part of this year, construction will commence, and I am committing myself to be back here next year, long before now, to open this new facility here in Osier Spring, the minister promised. He added that St. Elizabeth will also get a new fire station. We have identified Lakova in St. Elizabeth as our next stop, and will continue the discussions with the Jamaica Fire Brigade in identifying the dead spot in the country where there is a need for a fire station to be put in place, the minister said. The new building at Osier Spring, which will be made from retrofitting shipping containers and house 2 units, a pumper and an ambulance, will provide accommodations for 45 members of staff. The 2-story building will feature gender-specific bathrooms and dormitories, recreational space, a kitchen and other amenities found in a modern fire station. MP Dalrymplefieldbird says she kept all her promises. Member of Parliament for Trelawney Southern, Marissa Dalrymplefieldbird, is patting herself on the back for what she says has been her ability to keep all the promises she made to her constituent when she was first elected. It's a real heartwarming moment for me because some 16 to 17 years ago when I entered representational politics and sought to represent the people of South Trelawney, I pledged to a manifesto, this document that was printed 17 years ago, to improve the existing sporting facility and to establish a fire service here in South Trelawney, the 4th-term MP said. She was speaking during the groundbreaking ceremony for a fire station in Osier Spring on Friday, June 17. She explained that the manifesto also included rehabilitation of the road network in the constituency, help with land titling, and educational initiatives. So far, she said she has delivered on all of these commitments. I am very proud, a very proud member of Parliament, because I can truly say after 17 years, I have completed all my commitments to the constituency of South Trelawney with the groundbreaking of the fire station, she told reporters. However, despite her assertions that she has kept all her promises, the MP conceded that more can be done on the roads in her constituency. I know the certain road are in a bad way, but I want to remind this community, like every other community in Jamaica, that every dollar the government spent has to be done on strict guidelines. If not, the government is criticized for all sorts of things. The work in process, and yes, it takes time, but that is how we have to remain accountable for the money that is spent on anything we do, she said. Some of the work that the MP has done over the years includes a skill program for residents. She has also put in place sporting facilities, one of which is adjacent to the new fire station that is to be built. During the groundbreaking ceremony, she encouraged firefighters to utilize the facility for their physical fitness program. Jamaica reports 92 new COVID cases, 8 deaths. Jamaica reported 92 new cases of COVID-19 and 8 fatalities on Tuesday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 141,873 and the death toll to 3,106. Of the newly reported cases, there were 60 females and 32 males, with ages ranging from 4 months to 87 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 19, St. Catherine 15, St. Thomas 12, St. Mary 8, Clarendon 8, Manchester 7, St. James 7, Westmoreland 5, St. Anne 4, Hanover 3, St. Elizabeth 3, and Trelawney 1. Meanwhile, the latest fatalities comprise a 64-year-old woman from Trelawney, whose death was recorded in August 2021, an 80-year-old man from Trelawney, whose death was recorded in August 2021, a 54-year-old man from Trelawney, whose death was previously reported under investigation in April 2021, a 74-year-old woman from Trelawney, whose death was recorded in September 2021, a 74-year-old woman from Trelawney, whose death was recorded in December 2021, a 36-year-old man from Trelawney, whose death was previously reported under investigation in January 2022, a 95-year-old woman from Trelawney, whose death was previously reported under investigation in February 2022, a 60-year-old woman from Trelawney, whose death was recorded in February 2022, and a 78-year-old man from St. Elizabeth, whose death was recorded in June 2022. 3 more deaths were reported as coincidental. The country also recorded 129 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 90,180. The positivity rate for the latest round of testing was 14%. There are 126 people hospitalized, 3 of them critically ill. There are 1,800 confirmed active cases on the island. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.